Are you tired of living each day like it's a repeat of the last, watching others rise while you remain stuck in the same loop of hesitation, fear, and self-doubt? Are you tired of telling yourself you'll change, only to fall asleep, haunted by the same old regrets? Are you tired of shrinking your potential just to fit into a life that no longer inspires you? Good, because tonight, that ends. Tonight is not just another night, it's the line in the sand. From this moment on, you are no longer a passive participant in your life. You are the architect, the commander, the force. While others sleep to escape their thoughts, you will sleep to instruct them. While others drift in dreams, you will direct your mind like a weapon-focused, sharp, unstoppable. Your subconscious listens. And now it will listen to you. There is no miracle coming, no savior, no shortcut. There is only you and the decisions you make when no one is watching. Your future is not written in fate. It is carved by thought, forged in discipline, fired by belief. And belief starts now. This is not motivation. This is reprogramming. This is not hype. This is identity construction. No more waiting, no more wishing, no more weakness. We begin tonight with clarity, with control, with command. Now breathe in, focus, lock in. It's time to awaken the mind behind the man. Not everything is up to chance. Consistent habits and a winning attitude are to blame. While some people seem success without trying, it's not because they're lucky. This is because they have set up the right habits, thoughts, and actions that help them reach their goals. There is a pattern that every successful person follows. They set priorities, growth. Do what you need to do and stay committed even when things get hard. On the other hand, people who are having a hard time often develop habits like putting things off, doubting themselves, or not being consistent. The difference isn't talent or intelligence. The little decisions you make every day add up over time. You can if you want to. To attract success, you need to change the way you think. Strive for habits that help you. Surround yourself with good people, and every day take steps to move forward. It's not success, something you try to get. It's what you turn into. If your habits match your goals, success will come naturally. These rules will help you become the kind of person who brings success to others. 1, you choose your own fate by how you act. You are making changes to the person you are becoming every day. Your habits, your choices and thoughts are the paintbrushes that you use to paint your life. The question is your life painting a picture you don't recognize, or are you the one painting it? Success isn't just a list of accomplishments in the outside world. It shows what kind of person you are at your core, how you think and how you behave and how you walk. All of these affect what comes into your life. Energy affects everything around you. So if you want to attract greatness, you have to work on being great yourself. It starts with how you think, how disciplined you are, and what you do. Every choice you make, no matter how little, builds the foundation for your future self. Think about the people who make you want to respect them. Do you ever? Met someone who is sure of themselves, determined, and has a purpose? They don't need to shout or try to get your attention. People around them are affected just by being there. This did not happen by chance or luck. It's after years of hard work on the inside, the decision to seek growth, reject mediocrity, and build an assimilation identity based on being strong and driven. Their hard work has made them people who deserve success, and as a result, success comes to them. Edwin C. Barnes was on fire. Want to work with Thomas Edison, who was a great inventor. He wasn't rich, didn't know anyone in power, and didn't have any experience. But he saw himself as Edison's partner a long time before anyone else did. Different from most people who wait for Barnes created the perfect chance for himself by doing something. He didn't have enough money to drive to New Jersey to see Edison, so he took a freight train and got there with just his faith in himself. When he met Edison, he told him straight out that he didn't want to work for him, but rather to help you with your business. Barnes wasn't Edison's partner yet at that point, but like one, he thought, spoke, and did things. Due to his hard work, Edison gave him a small, unimportant job. A lot of people would. Barnes could have quit, but he kept working and proved his worth every day. Finally, Edison had to find someone to. Barnes jumped at the chance to sell his brand new Edison dictating machine. He became the only person who could sell the machine because he was so sure of himself and his skills that one, as he had planned from the beginning, the chance made him rich and Edison's trusted business partner. John Ford. He had to deal with a lot of problems before he became one of the most successful businessmen of his time. Mess-ups. He tried to start 2 car companies that failed before he finally started the Ford Motor Company in 1903. In the past, cars were seen as a luxury. Ford envisioned an automobile that could be attainable by most people. His firm belief in mass production. He changed the car business by being efficient and coming up with new ideas. Even during the Great Depression, 1930s, Ford's ideas of determination, new ideas, and toughness kept him in the lead. His way of thinking was easy. His belief in himself, not his failures, determines how well he does. So ask, what kind of person do you need to become in order to reach your goals? The answer is not found in acting like someone you're not. Instead, it's about making sure that your identity fits with your vision. If you want to be wealthy, you need to think like someone who makes money. To have a lot of power, you must figure out how to talk and act like a leader. Success is not a far-off goal. This is what happens naturally when you become the person who has what it takes to get it. There's a reason some people seem to find opportunities all the time. Others struggle endlessly, while others do it easily. It's all about who you are. Who you are determines your beliefs, and what you do is based on what you believe. When you change who you are to get the life you want, you start to do things from a place of certainty instead of hope. People notice when you move with purpose. People who try to be successful end up tired and unhappy because getting ahead isn't something you're after. It's something you attract. Being successful will follow you around as soon as you become that kind of person. This is a natural part of who you are. It's not about getting money, power, or attention. It's about becoming the sorts of people who deserve those things. You are the artist of your life, and every day you paint it. Will you make something amazing, or are you going to let life write your story? You can make your choice. Start making your own identity right now, and you'll be successful in ways you never thought possible. For 2, making clear and purposeful goals is not success, an accident. It was done on purpose. It's planned. It is built one brick at a time with clear goals and a strong sense of purpose. Do something. It's the result of hard work, not wishful thinking. Most people go through life responding to what happens to them instead of making plans for the future. As they float, they hope that success will find them. But this is the truth. The world will tell you what you want if you don't say it yourself. It won't always be in your please. Success doesn't just happen in life. It gives people who lead a reward of what would happen. Every successful person makes clear, deliberate plans for their work. But not just any goals, ones that are clear, attainable, and have a lot of meaning for you. That's when your goals become a force that pushes you forward, even on days when you don't feel like it. There's not much drive. You shouldn't just have vague goals. They need to be exact. Every day you set goals that tell you what to do. Let's break it down. Goals that are too broad won't work. That is, I want to be. Successful doesn't mean anything. What does your idea of success look like? Explain it. Is it freedom from money? Is it getting a skill? Is it in charge of a movement? It's powerful to be clear. The more exact you are, your actions will be more focused if you do that. One more important thing is to figure out how you did well. If you want to, when you're done building a business, take it apart. What do you want to get done in a year? In 6 months? Within the next 30 days? Do your goals that can be measured, tracked, and have due dates. Structure is key to success, even if there are clear goals. With the best intentions, things don't get done. But making goals isn't enough on its own. Doing it is very important. Your plans should make you a little scared, but a lot excited. They should make you leave your comfort zone, because growth doesn't stop when you do. It takes place in comfort. People who don't change will never become great. Do not forget that goals without action are just words, dreams. People who dream and people who succeed are different in how they carry out their plans. Think about the great people who have made history. Not one of them sat around hoping things would work out. They carefully planned, acted on purpose, and made changes when important. Before making the light bulb perfect, Thomas Edison tried out a huge number of ideas. Henry Ford changed the way he worked hard to improve his process over and over again. These pioneers didn't just happen to be successful, they made it with a clear mind and unwavering determination. The key is to be consistent. Small steps taken every day add up amazing results. You don't just jump up a mountain. You take small steps. Everything you do should move you nearer to your main goal. Stick with it and be disciplined, even if it seems like progress is moving slowly. You don't have to be lucky to be successful. It's earned by people who set a clear goal, make a plan, and follow through. Without stopping, decide on your goals today, take action, and make a promise to stick with the journey. You can't wait for success. It comes to you. It is something you build. Start right now and plan how you will build your future. 3. Getting back on track after a setback. You will be tested by life, that's given. But let me tell you the truth. How many times you fall doesn't affect how well you do. It depends on how many times you get your strength back, is what makes successful people different from those who give up. It means being able to keep going even when things go wrong or disappointments happen. There are many things in the way of success. Those things aren't there to stop you, though. They are there to help you get stronger. Failure needs to be seen in a new way. It is not the opposite of being successful. Part of the trip. There is a lesson in every setback. Every problem is a chance to get better. Each time you fall, you can choose, stay down or get stronger. People have always been able to turn bad situations into good ones, of achievement. Abraham Lincoln lost many elections and went through terrible things in his personal life before he became one of the best American presidents. So how do you get stronger? You teach your mind to see problems as steps, not as obstacles. Problems on the way. Don't ask, why me, when things get hard? What is this? Being a teacher? You'll move forward faster if you accept the lesson right away. One of the best ways to grow is to mental toughness is the key to resilience. People who are resilient don't dwell on their mistakes. They think about things, change, and act. They decide how to respond instead of letting outside events decide what to do. This change in attitude is what lets them don't give up when other people do. Embracing discomfort is another part of it. Comfort never leads to growth. When you challenge yourself, go beyond your limits, and step into the unknown, you build a strong base, the bestest. Achieving things only happens to people who are willing to put up with the pain. Your superpower is that you can get back up after a setback. Build up, do it, and no one will be able to stop you. They are not the ones who never fail. They are the ones who never give up. Not try anymore. They know that failing is only temporary, and giving up makes it permanent. When life hits you hard, keep this in mind. Being successful isn't about avoiding problems. It's about getting past them. Get up. Clean yourself up. Do not stop getting ahead, because each step you take after failing is one more toward good luck. That's not just a skill. It's a way of life. Get good at it, and nothing else can hurt you. 4. The unbreakable strength of believing in yourself before the world. You have to believe in yourself if someone else does. Self-belief is the key to achieving great things. There is a silent force that pushes people to go against the odds, rise above their situations, and take back the life they deserve. The violent two odds. The biggest problems in life are not outside of us. The doubts, fears, and negative thoughts are inside of you. Talking to yourself. This is what really gets in the way of success. No one else will believe in you if you don't. But when you do that, you become a powerful person. When did you doubt yourself, hesitate, or decide not to do something? Second-guessed your skills. Now ask yourself if your doubt was based on truth or fear. Most of the time, self-doubt is truth. Lying. It's a response that comes from failing in the past, problems, or a fear of what's to come. There is good news, though. Believe is an option. Building your confidence is like building muscle. You do it over and over again. Every time you do something, even if you're scared, every time you show yourself that you can handle problems, you make that belief stronger. Beginning. For small wins, set a goal, reach it, and remind yourself of what you can do. There are many people in history who they were successful because they believed in themselves when no one else did. People told Walt Disney he didn't have enough power and creativity before they build an empire. People made fun of Henry Ford's ideas, range of affordable cars. Still, he changed the business. People made fun of the Wright brothers for trying to fly a human. They were in flight, but their unwavering faith made history. There is no confidence. It's been built. When you start to really believe in yourself, the world will start to believe in you too. The doors will open. Success will be drawn to you like a magnet, and chances will come your way. People are drawn to those who are sure, who move with purpose, and who believe in their own skills. But there's a catch. Believe in yourself isn't about being cocky or overly optimistic. It's about knowing how much you are worth, getting better at things, and making decisions. It's putting your inner critic to sleep and replacing doubt with determination. Belief helps you get back up even if you fail. Once more, smarter and stronger. It's not talent or luck that separates those who succeed from those who settle. It's having the guts to believe in yourself no matter what. At the start of every great success story, someone decided they were ready before they had proof. Today, choose to believe in yourself instead of not when you feel ready, but tomorrow. Right now, because the faster you do it, soon success will come. It starts with a choice, a way of thinking, or a belief that you are able to accomplish anything you set your mind to. Successful people don't wait to be told they're good enough by the player world. It's for people who first prove themselves. Take a deep breath, believe in yourself, and move forward with unwavering faith. Since you can't be stopped once you really believe in yourself. 5, the key that opens all the doors. Discipline is the secret weapon of success. Not intelligence, not skill, not luck. Just get disciplined. Being able to do what needs to be done, even when you don't feel like it. That's what makes the successful different from the unsuccessful. Most folks wait for something to push them. I'll begin when I'm ready. Ready is not real, though. If you only do something, you can be motivated, but you can't keep up your motivation because it wears off. You'll get ideas some days when you wake up. There are days when you won't. That's where follow-through comes in. To reach your goals and see results, you need to be disciplined. It's what separates people who dream from those who do. Check out the most successful people in any field. Sporty people work out even when they don't want to. Business owners work when no one is looking. When do writers write? There is no place to look for inspiration. This is something they know to be true. Everyday habits are what make you successful. Sometimes there are bursts of effort. Their success isn't due to the fact that they always want to work. It's that they do the work anyway. It's not important to them that the mood or conditions are just right. They come every day and do things that need to be done. You can build discipline. It gets stronger as you train it. It needs work, just like a muscle. Consistent work to get better. You don't have to make big changes right away. Start little. Get up on time. Keep the promise you made. Do not change your plans. Over time, each small act of discipline adds up to unstoppable momentum. These have grown over weeks, months, and years. Little things that don't seem important can add up to big things that change your life. Think of discipline as the base. Everything else is built on. Even the best plans fall apart without it. A great plan is useless if you don't have the discipline to carry it out. You can have $1,000,000 idea but not use it. Be able to follow through with your plans. When smart people don't work hard, hard work beats smart people. And the only way to developing discipline is the only way to be sure that you'll always work hard. Think about it. Are your daily habits good for you? In line with your objectives? If not, you should change them. What makes you successful is not what you do once in a while, but what you do all the time. You do it every single day. The decisions you make today will affect the rest of your life. Tomorrow. You will be able to do anything you set your mind to, even when you don't feel like it. The road to success is often long and hard. There will be times when you wish you could quit. There will be times when progress feels slow. Take your time. You have to be disciplined to keep going. Discipline helps you stay on track when you're not feeling motivated. It makes sure that you keep going even when things get hard. Don't wait for push to do it. Do not wait for the ideal moment. Start now. Get strong in your discipline and see how your hard work turns your dreams into reality. The truth, because people who show up, do the work, and never give up will be successful in the end. 6. The art of always learning and being able to adapt. There are fast changes going on in the world. What worked yesterday might not work today. Tomorrow is work. People who welcome change are more likely to be successful than those who fight it. The people who are always learning and growing are called lifelong learners. Everything is changing all the time, so being able to adapt is the best benefit possible. It's true that knowledge is power, but only if you use it. It won't change your life to read a book. Putting what you learn will help. Going to a seminar won't change you. Following through on those lessons will. Growth isn't passive, but it's not. You have to work at it, be deliberate, and be ready to leave your comfort zone. To learn it's not about gathering facts. It's about using them to get better, come up with new ideas, and stay ahead. But here's the truth. Secret. It's not enough to just take in information to learn. It has to do with changing. It means being open to new things. Fresh thoughts, new ideas, and different points of view. When you think you know everything, you stop getting better. When you stop growing, you start going down. You shouldn't stop like the world does. The most important leaders, life students, are the ones who think and come up with new ideas. They know that being wise doesn't mean having but it's also about being ready to find new ones. Your mind is like a blade. Think about it. If you don't on it, it gets boring over time. A blade that is dull is useless and can't handle new challenges. The smartest people know that personal growth doesn't happen just once. It's a promise for life. It's making your mind sharper every day and improving your skills all the time. In an effort to stay relevant in a world that is always changing, what are you learning today that will help you? Tomorrow? Are you reading something that makes you think about things differently? Are you spending time with people who help you grow? Thoughts. Are you using what you learn, or are you just taking it in without doing anything? The difference between execution is often the difference between those who succeed and those who don't. Make a promise to feed your mind. Every day. Read, pay attention, listen, and most importantly, use what you've learned. Because information that isn't used is just potential. Power is using what you know to do something. It's what drives. It leads to progress, new ideas, and long-term success. The world will stay the same, with or without you. Will you change along with it? Will you change, adapt, and grow? Or are you going to stay the same and stick to old habits in a new world? The choice is yours. Learn new things, do things, and stay ahead, since to stay alive and do well in a world that never stops moving, you have to keep learning, growing, and pushing. Move forward. 7 dots in your circle show who you are. Look at the people in your life. Either they are pulling you down or they are pulling you up. Getting ahead isn't just about what you do. It's also about the people you hang out with. Your surroundings affect how you think and feel. Habits, and in the end, your fate. People say that the 5 people you spend the most time with make up your true self. When you're around winners, you start to see ambition as normal. If you're around people who complain, being average becomes feel at ease. Both good and bad energy can spread quickly. Spend enough time with people who are happy with less, and you'll soon be doing the same thing. Spend time with people who expect more from themselves, and you'll naturally rise up to that level. Rich people look out for their friends and family. These people hang out with people who inspire them, make them work hard, and push them to get better. They look for role models, connect with successful people, and cut ties with negative people. This is not selfish. It's a plan. Every interaction and conversation you have either brings you closer or farther away, gets you closer to your goals or farther away from them. The best at anything know that their most valuable things are their time and energy. Both of them make smart investments. Who are you? Who do you spend your time with? Are they stopping you from getting better or helping you? Do they push you to reach for more? Or do they make you doubt yourself and make excuses? The people in your circle should push you to think more deeply, inspire you to be the best version of yourself, and open up new doors for you. You shouldn't do this. You shouldn't cut people out of your life just because, but you should be careful about who you let into your time and work. There are times when you need to distance yourself from certain relationships for your growth as a person. You don't have to stay where you are. You deserve it. Progress. Find people who have the qualities you want to see more of. Learn from them. Who have already done what you want to do. Get close to people who will push you out of your comfort zone, because that's where real growth takes place. Figure out what people who have been where you are now can teach you direction. Make friends with people who will cheer you on and push you, even when you fail. Your circle is important. This affects the things you say, the standards you set, and you agree to follow certain rules. Start by making the people around you better if you want to improve your own life. Choose well, because the people you hang out with not only affect how you think, but also how your future will turn out. 8, moving from lack of resources to success isn't just about skill. It's also about how you think, how you see what you bring into your life depends on the world. What you think about chances, problems, and setbacks tells you whether you can rise above your problems or stay stuck in them. How you think is the lens through which you see reality, and it affects what you do, what you choose, and what happens in the end. The way you think says there's not enough for everyone. I lose if someone else wins. This way of thinking makes people afraid. There is competition and envy. People who think in terms of scarcity always feel like they don't have enough and are afraid that success is out of reach. A scarce resource. They are afraid to take chances because they want to succeed more than they want to fail. They refuse collaboration because they think that helping others succeed will take away from their own chances to do well. This way of thinking makes a prediction that comes true itself. They face more limitations because they are used to them. A mindset of abundance, on the other hand, says there are chances everywhere. If someone else does it, it means I can too. When you have an abundance mindset, you see possibilities instead of limits. They think that success is not something that can be used up, but rather an Alice Spees field that keeps growing. They don't see other people as competitors. Instead, they see them as sources of ideas and opportunities. Friends. They pay attention to learning, growing, and coming up with new ideas, which helps them seize chances that other people might miss. Chance doesn't make the difference between those who succeed and those who don't. That's the point. People who are most successful see opportunities where others see problems. They think of setbacks as learn from your mistakes and use them as stepping stones instead of roadblocks. They don't ask, why can't this stop? They ask yourself, what can this teach me? Because of this change in how we think, failures become fuel for growth, which makes them resilient. Best quality. What you think about changes you. If you only think about problems, you'll get more problems. You'll find more solutions if you think about them. Your brain is set up to You filter information based on what you think is true and reinforce your main thoughts. If you tell yourself that you are limited, unable, or unlucky, your actions will show that you believe those things. But if you believe in success, abundance, and possibilities, your actions will match and doors will open that you never even knew existed. Looked at before. It takes conscious effort to change from a mindset of lack to one of abundance. Start with a new frame, having bad thoughts. Instead of saying, I can't afford this, ask. Also, instead of thinking, I'll never be as successful as they are, say to yourself, if they can do it, I can too. Spend time with people who inspire you and read things that broadens your view, and every day show gratitude. Being grateful changes your mind from what you don't have to what you do have, which supports a mindset of plenty. Your thoughts create the world you live in. If you want to be successful, first, try to think like someone who has already done well. Problems should be seen as chances, failures as lessons, and the accomplishments of others as proof that you can also do great things. If you change the way you think, your life will change too. 9. How passion and purpose can help you be successful. A burning desire for success, but purpose lets it know where to go. People who are successful don't just work to make money or get noticed. They're pushed by a bigger thing. They are driven by a mission that goes beyond personal gain and a vision that goes beyond self-interest. The thing that keeps them going even when things get tough. Love is what keeps you going when things get tough. Get tough. The emotional drive is what makes you get up early and stay up late, and do your work with all your heart. Being passionate makes you feel excited, driven, and energized. It makes the trip better. It's satisfying, but if you don't have a plan, it can turn into burnout, frustration, or wasted effort. That's where the point comes in. Being purposeful is like having a compass that points you in the right direction. It's the real reason why you do what you do. Your work isn't just about making money when you have a reason for doing it. It's about making a difference. It helps you see things clearly, makes you strong, and gives you a lasting sense of satisfaction. Having a purpose makes sure that your passion goes towards something important and long-lasting. When your passion is in line with purpose, you build momentum that can't be stopped. You no longer depend on motivation alone that comes and goes. You work instead from a place of strong conviction. The meeting of passion and purpose. You turn hard work into something you enjoy, struggles into stepping stones, and setbacks into lessons. You have to be persistent because you're not just after success, you're after something that really matters to you. But this is the truth. It's not enough to just have passion. There are a lot of passionate people who never make it because they not have a plan, direction, or discipline. Passion needs to be paired with action, planning, and sticking with something. Desire, just a dream, is nothing but a wish. A purpose that isn't carried out is just an idea. You will be successful if you are ready to work hard even when you don't feel like it. You need to be ready to push through the everyday, the hard, and the discouraging times. Success doesn't come from sudden bursts of energy. It comes from effort that stays the same over time. That means being clear about your goals, learning new things, and taking smart risks. What it means, getting better at dealing with problems, learning from mistakes, and staying dedicated. Even if progress seems slow, find what makes you happy. Figure out what makes your life worth living. While passion is what starts it, purpose is what keeps it going. A fire is going. Discover what you are naturally interested in and what issues you need to solve. Then promise to being good at it. Get better at what you're doing, be more disciplined, and do something every day. For when you work with heart and goal, it's no longer a question of if they will succeed. When will it happen? It's not people who change the world. Not just people who have big dreams, but also people who act on them. Keep going even when things go wrong and stay true to their purpose. Line up your radna so who have creed. Put in the work with a clear goal in mind and a passion, and success will come naturally. 10. The link between real life and dreams. No matter how smart you are, how big your goals are, or how strong your network is, if you don't take action, it doesn't matter. Don't think about how to be successful. You have to do it. It means doing a lot of things over and over again every day. There are too many people waiting. They wait for the best time, the right chance and the right conditions. But there's never a good time. Now is the right time. There is a simple difference between people who succeed and those who don't. Achievers do things even when they don't feel like it. Get ready. They start before they know everything. They mess up, learn from it, and keep going. If you want, do it now. Don't wait. Don't think too much. Do something. Because those who take risks will be successful in the end. Those who do something, not those who think about it. In this life, everything you want is already close at hand. However, the question is whether you want to become the kind of person who brings it to you. Things don't just happen by chance. It's not about being born to the right set of circumstances. It has to do with attitude, discipline, toughness, and action. It's about picking one every single day to get better, grow, and take charge of your future. You can do it without asking. Don't need making sure. You already have all the things you need. Now all that's left to do is act. Really? What are you going to do today? What are you going to do? How are you going to form a habit? Because it's not that you need to find the life you want. Now you need to make it happen. Now go out there and become the person who makes success happen. People quit most of the time, not because they're broken, but because it feels good. When they get tired, they stop. They're done when they get bored. But let me tell you the truth. Doing well doesn't, I care about how you feel. That's all it does. One thing, like whether you show up. When your mind screams, stop, you force it to. You need to keep going. That's when the transformation starts. In a short time, you will learn the right way to push past. Don't make excuses, fight back, and train your mind to become not stoppable. If you're sick of beginning, now is the time to learn how to end. Figure out how to keep going. You're at a turning point in your life. Before you stretch two roads, one of which leads, going back to safety, comfort, and everything you know about. It leads to the other, into the unknown. Not yet toward dreams achieved, goals not yet met, and you that hasn't been born yet. I understand it's tempting to run away. The way you came back, it's paved with comfort. It's lined with people who will tell you to stay. Keep it safe. Do not risk, they'll say. Do not pretend. Be careful. But that's not where growth lives. It stays alive on the road ahead, which was full of tough times, lessons, and sometimes even pain. But it's also the way of progress, of greatness, and of potential. Everyone you've ever looked up to stood right now where you are. They weren't not afraid. They weren't sure. They were ready and willing to take a chance, being willing to fail, walk alone, and to keep going even though they are scared. Even Lincoln wasn't a straight line to grandeur. It was marked by a lot of losers in business, elections, and life. He lost his jobs. He lost people he loved. He lost the election several times. He was told no. But he wouldn't let his losses define him. He kept going, and that one choice to keep going shaped the brand of the future of a country. Lincoln is not the only one. There is a path behind every successful person. of hardship, who wrote the books that were turned down dozens of times, the business owners who have gone bankrupt before they made huge empires, the athletes who were trained alone for a long time before anyone else knew their name. What makes them different is not smarts or luck. It is a choice. The choice to keep going. You need to making the same choice now. You have to choose that you will, no matter how hard things get. Do not give up. That doesn't matter how much your mind is screaming at you to go back, and you will. Always put one foot in front of the other, because the way ahead, rocky and dangerous, holds your life want. Stopping the doesn't help you grow. Fire. It helps you grow as you walk through it. You get strong by putting yourself in situations that hurt, by being open to rejection and getting back up. Each time you get hit, pain is not your enemy. It is your coach. It weak things and builds them up. What's strong about you? This is your moment. This is where your change will happen. Starts, not in comfort, but in strife. No, not in safety, but in battle. Choose right now. Select the end of the game. Pick up your game and decide you deserve more. That your dreams aren't silly. You don't have too many goals. Not too broken. The world doesn't need. It needs more people, so more people should hide going up. You have the chance right now to rise and move forward, even though fear, to give up the life that no longer works for you and move into one that asks for more and gives infinitely more in exchange. Do it anyway, even if your knees shake and your voice shakes. You believe, even if no one else does. Right now, you should take the step, because this is where it is right now. Things change. To describe your clear goal, to keep going, you have to make sure you know why you're moving forward. Not in a general way, not someday, not maybe, but right away, deeply, and without not sure. Your reason for being is what drives your journey. It's what makes you go when everything else is too heavy. When the world says stop, but your purpose says go. Not having it makes even small problems feel like the mountains. But when your goal burns bright, it's okay to walk through fire and get better. Reason turns pain into progress. It makes sense of the offer up. It changes struggle into growth. Without a strong why, the journey will be hard, will hurt you. The same trip with it will fake you. King Jr., Martin Luther King, did not march through towns, send it speeches, and get hate mail because it was easy. He did it because he knew what he was doing stood for. He knew where he was going. Equal rights were not just a wish for him, it a job to do. Every word he said, every move he made was based on an unwavering purpose that is clear. How clear that was moved? 1,000,000. It made people very angry. Others, because having a purpose spreads. When a person walks with hope, people pay attention, and then they follow. That power is inside you too, but first, you need to explain it. Do it now. What we're passionate about. What's wrong burns in my heart to figure out. What do I leave behind? Want to leave behind? In what ways do I want to make in this world? If you answer, be honest and raw. Don't give up on clear goals or copied dreams. Be honest and clear and write down the answer when you get it. Slow down, not once, not just in your head. Write it down, hang it up, or notepad. Somewhere you'll see it often. Read it when you're tired, and read it again when you doubt yourself. Go back to it when you're scared. Creeps in. The goal is not a one-time thing. Spark. You have to keep the fire going every day. Light. Whenever the going gets tough, will make you move. When you feel like it, will remind you why you shouldn't give up. I saw you start. It will help you find your way. When you feel like you're lost, your storms come. Your armor when the boy of daughter Tam fights back. This is not about getting motivated. Purpose lasts longer than motivation. Motivation is loud, but it doesn't last long. Purpose is quiet and lasts forever. Explain it. Say it again. Watch out for it. The point of your, just a sentence, it's the North Star. That's why your story is important. There's a reason you were given this life. Found in ease. It was found in at times you question everything, but pick to keep going. That which is great inside you, but it won't show itself until you know what you want to do. Only then your steps will make sense. Only then will what you do match up with bad luck. There is already enough in the world. There are people who are just existing. It needs people who are really fired up, people who know what makes them wake up. Why do they fight and refuse to give up? So, question things. Look inside yourself. Find the truth. And after you do that, do not worry about it. Let your goal pull you. Day by day, step by step. Day, up until the life you've dreamed of, sets the tone for the life you live. Aims and major steps. Setting goals helps you structure of a dream. Even the biggest dream fades into the background. Plenty of daily distractions. A dream without having no direction is like having a ship without an arrow, adrift, lost, and finally forgotten. But when you say clear, making goals that you can reach gives your dream an outline, a path, or a spine. You start to turn a possibility into a certainty. Dreams aren't the only thing that goals are. Slow down. They are things you promise yourself. They're a promise that you won't leave to chance, that you won't sit down, go back, and hope. You are going to move. You'll build. You'll get up. History. Let us know what's possible when vision is the same as precision. The trip to the moon did not happen all at once. It started, they had an idea, but they made it happen. By taking clear, measurable steps. Each mission, each test, and each calculation, a goal. And one by one, those goals were reached. Built the link between Earth and the moon. You have that power too. Start today, not tomorrow. Not now that things are wonderful. Right now, not in, write down your goals. In your head, on paper, on the wall, in your writing. Make them true. Make them easily seen. Don't be satisfied with vague intentions or vague wishes. Make it clear about when and what you want, why it's important. Your plans should be crees and alls. Make you think, push you forward, and keep your purpose very close to your heart. With a clear sense of direction, you start to look at the path. You start to act with a purpose. Split your bigger into clear checkpoints and milestones that keep you grounded and on track. When you reach a goal, you gain trust in yourself. You start to see that there is truth to the idea of progress. It's taking place step by step, choice by choice. A small win is important. Have a party. It helps you remember that you're not stuck. You are on the move. You are changing. This is how change doesn't happen in leaps, but by steps, not by chaos, but by order. When your plans and goals are clear, follow. Stop getting lost. You begin putting up. You must stop reacting. You begin leaving. There will be times when the weight of a dream feels far away. It feels like too much work. When you're saved by your goals, they make you back up. They help you remember why you started. They give you have something strong to stand on. This is, being perfect is not the point. It's about making a promise. It's about being there, day after day, step after step, until your life starts to match your vision. Always dream big, but keep that in mind. Dream in real life. Start, be, never ending. Do not give up. Since when your journey is guided by your goals and your dream is, there is no longer any hope. It's now yours, place of travel. And every goal you set, every big goal you reach, every little step that dream comes true. So begin right now. Pick one aim, one step, and take a step and start the journey that turns your dreams come true. 4. Stay committed despite being criticized. It comes a moment in every effort and every risk. Dream where the world's voices can be heard. Start to rise. Some people may whisper in, be careful. Some people yell in shock. The tone may change, but the idea stays the same. The same. Doubt. This doubt comes up a lot. Does not come from evil, but from fear. Fear of what you don't know. Fear of not tried before, of the unusual. However, is this path, this uncertain road, that makes you great? The truth is, when other people criticize and doubt you, stop even the most determined goals, but it will only happen if you let it. Galileo Galilei dared to be the father of modern science, not follow the rules of his time. He looked through a telescope and saw the beginning of time that wouldn't go around the earth. The revelations put the basis of what everyone knows. For this he was punished, locked up, and thrown out by people who are too scared to face them. It's the truth. But his vision lived on. His name still stands tall after hundreds of years. His critics are no longer visible of history. Yes, Albert Einstein, too, faced a strong opposition. His ideas changed the very foundations of physics and broke the limits of what most people understand. His ideas were made fun of before they were respected. He didn't flinch, though. I believe that his thoughts were clear than the noise of his critic. And today, the world doesn't bow down to those who made fun of him, but to the brilliance that changed science for good. From these, we learn a simple but powerful lesson. The opinions of other people are often showing what their limits are, not your possible. When people have doubts about your path, often it's because they can't see what you see. Their vision is limited by the walls of their experience. Yours goes beyond. If you give up, you trade your hopes for their doubts. Fear can come from a limited number of options. So we need to develop the discipline to separate helpful criticism from noise that is harmful. One makes you sharper. One wants to dull your sword, the other spirit. Welcome the first one. Make it better. Your skill. Make your resolve stronger, and I'll show you the places you haven't seen yet. Look, but don't worry about the second one. Throw it away like dust in the wind, because it doesn't want you to grow, but to give up. Giving up when you're criticized is one of the bravest things you can do. When everyone else is down, it's easy to stand tall. Cheers for you, but to keep walking to keep building when they laugh, for them to keep believing even when they're not sure. That's what a determined person looks like. This is what a visionary signs. Let them no doubt be the background to be determined. Let their doubts fuel on your fire. Your results will come in due time. Put an end to their resistance. Your progress are going to answer their questions. How well you did will be the sound of your strength. Know this, never a big change. It came without any trouble, not a revolution. Idea that has ever lived, not questioned. The world doesn't change, though, because people are open to new things, but because someone has the guts to keep going, even turning down. You must be that someone. So, be firm in what you want. Carry it not like a fragile hope, but like a sacred torch. Shield it from the winds of doubt and feed it with the breath of belief. For one day, those who doubted you will no longer remember why, but the world will remember you, the one who stayed true, the one who did not yield, the one who transformed resistance into reverence. That is your power, and it is greater than any critic's voice could ever be. Continuously adapt and grow. In your pursuit of success, you may have imagined the journey as a straight road, clear, predictable, and easy to follow. But life rarely operates that way. It twists, it turns, and it throws obstacles into your path when you least expect them. And in those moments, life does not reward the rigid or the unyielding. It rewards you only if you are adaptable. Adaptability is not a luxury you can afford to ignore. It is essential. It's what allows you to thrive when others falter. When markets shift, when plans fall apart, when relationships evolve, you must evolve too. What worked yesterday may be obsolete tomorrow. So ask yourself, will you adjust or will you be left behind? Dwight D. Eisenhower, the 34th President of the United States. He wasn't just a wartime general. He was a visionary political leader who understood the value of strategic flexibility. As president, Mr. Eisenhower faced a rapidly changing world. The Cold War, nuclear tensions, racial unrest, and shifting economic ties. Instead of relying solely on military might or partisan ideology, he took a balanced, pragmatic approach to leadership. Mr. Eisenhower spearheaded the development of the interstate highway system not merely as an infrastructure project, but as a vital national defense measure. He expanded Social Security and maintained New Deal terms while keeping the federal budget in check, a delicate dance between progress and stability. And when faced with the rise of McCarthyism, he navigated carefully, choosing to preserve democratic values without fueling further division. Eisenhower's brilliance lay not in rigidity, but in his ability to adapt policy to the moment, to the needs of a changing America. You must learn to move like that, to bend without breaking, to stay in motion. When the world tries to pin you down, be willing to unlearn and relearn. Continuously seek knowledge. Expand your skill set. Don't cling to a method that no longer serves you. If a plan fails, don't see it as a dead end. See it as a signal to change course. Your principles are your anchor, yes, but your strategy must be flexible. There is no wisdom in charging into a wall when you could walk around it. Real strength is knowing when to pivot, when to adapt, and when to strike from a new angle. Too many people mistake stubbornness for be strong. They wear their refusal to change like a badge of honor. But you know better. You know that adaptability is not weakness. It is intelligence. It says, I will not be tied to the old way. I am committed to the outcome, not the outdated method. So stay focused, but stay flexible. The winds of life will shift. New challenges will arise. Let your sails adjust. Let your mindset evolve, because life will not pause to give you time. It will continue to move, and your only choice is whether you will move with it or be swept aside. Doesn't fear the changes. Embrace them. Step into the unknown with confidence. Know that your ability to adapt is your power. It is what will separate you from the rest. In a world that constantly transforms, it is not the strongest to thrive. It's those like you who are willing to change. If you can master this skill, you will not just survive, you will shape the future. You will not be broken by life's challenges. You will become the force that turns them into opportunity. 6, develop unshakable self-belief. Self-belief is the bedrock of success. Without it, every step forward feels uncertain. Every challenge feels heavier than it truly is. Without it, doubt creeps in, paralyzing progress and turning potential into regret. But with self-belief, you become unshakable. You move with intention. You speak with for sure. You act without hesitation. Challenges don't disappear, but they no longer break you. Instead, they build. Thank you. Muhammad Ali once declared, I am the greatest. To many, it sounded like arrogance. But to those who understood, it was clarity. It was power. It was a man who knew, long before the world did, that greatness lives first in the mind. He wasn't born the greatest. He became the greatest because he believed he was. That belief became his armor in the ring and his anchor outside of it. Through every setback, every fight, every storm, his self-belief never wavered. He must build the same. Not a shallow confidence, not a temporary high, but a deep, unwavering belief in who you are and what you're capable of becoming. This belief begins with your words. Your mind listens. It absorbs everything you say about yourself. If you speak fear, it will grow. If you speak strength, it will go up. So speak power daily without stopping. Tell yourself, I am capable. I am worthy. I am becoming stronger every day. Not because you're pretending, but because you're becoming. Repetition carves truth. And the more you affirm your worth, the more your mind starts to believe it. But don't stop there. Prove it to yourself. Look at your past. Look at the storms you've already survived. The times you felt broken, yet kept going. The moments you didn't think you'd make it, yet here you are. Every victory, no matter how small, is proof. Proof that you have what it takes. Proof that you're stronger than you think. Gather those moments, remember them. Let's is then become the foundation of your confidence. Then carry that belief into your actions. Stand tall, shoulders back, eyes forward. Speak as if every word carries weight. Act as if success is already yours. Because when you move like you believe, the world begins to respond. Doors open, opportunities appear, not because of luck, but because self-belief shifts reality. You're not waiting for making sure. You're not asking for permission. You are claiming what is already within you. Every legend you admire started here, not with applause, not with talent alone, with belief, quiet, consistent, and unshakable. This is not ego. This is not delusion. This is truth, spoken before it becomes visible. You will be doubted. You will stumble, but your belief must remain, not because you're perfect, but because you're persistent. So train your mind, feed it strength, starve it of doubt, surround yourself with words, people, and actions that reinforce who you are becoming. Speak your victories into existence, and when fear rises, face it with the fire of belief. The world cannot stop someone who chooses to quit. Someone who believes so deeply in their purpose, their potential, and their power that nothing can shake them. Be that person. Build that belief, and watch the world move to meet you. Harness the power of that. Be strong. Life has a peculiar way of testing every ounce of strength within us. It does not ask for our permission before it sends storms our way. It simply does. And when it does, it is not the easiest path that defines our destiny, but the inner power we summon in the darkest of hours. This power, my friend, is resilience. It is the invisible force that pulls a man up when the world believes he will stay down. It's the quiet determination in the heart that whispers, try again, when failure screams, quit. History is generous in its examples, but one that stands as a towering testament is that of Thomas Edison. Imagine thousands upon thousands of attempts, all of them seemingly leading nowhere. The world would have scoffed. The critics would have laughed. Even close friends might have offered sympathetic advice to give it all up. And yet, Mr. Edison stood unmoved. He did not view each failed attempt as a defeat, but as a lesson. I haven't failed, he once said. I've just found 10 zero ways that won't work. These were not mere words. They were the battle cries of a man who understood that every setback was simply a step forward in disguise. What Mr. Edison practiced was not blind persistence. It was a philosophy of be strong. He did not curse the darkness. He sought the light. He didn't resent the struggle. He welcomed it as the crucible in which greatness is forged. That is, the lesson life offers us through such men to see obstacles not as barriers, but as necessary thresholds. Challenges are not punishment, they're preparation. Each trial, and disappointment, each moment of despair is sculpting us, chiseling away the excess to reveal the warrior within. And so when you find yourself weary, when your dreams appear distant and the weight of the world presses upon your chest, pause, but Do not retreat. Instead, remind yourself this pain is not the end. It's the beginning of your growth. The muscles of the mind, the strength of the spirit, and the courage of the heart. They are all built through resistance. You sharpen your skills, not in moments of ease, but in the fires of difficulty. Wisdom is not handed out in times of joy. It is earned through the souls, wrestling with hardship. You must begin to expect resistance, and more importantly, respect in it, for it is resistance that builds. Be strong. It is through falling that we learn to rise, and it is through rising again and again that we become unbreakable. Remember, resilience is not about perfection. It is not about a flawless path or a record untouched by defeat. It is about the courage to stand up every single time you fall. It's about choosing hope over despair, effort over apathy, and faith over fear. The resilient man does not wait for life to be easy. He grows stronger because it is hard. So let the world test you. Let it throw what it may. For each time you rise from the ashes, you do not return the wrestle same. You return wiser, stronger, more prepared. That is the secret. Every setback is a setup for your next triumph. Rise again and again until rising becomes your nature, and nothing, not even life itself, can keep you down for long. 8. Master your mindset. Your mindset dictates your future. This is not merely a motivational phrase. It is a fundamental truth of life. Every thought you nurture, every belief you entertain, and every perspective you adopt becomes the lens through which you view the world, and ultimately the map you follow. If that lens is clouded with negativity, doubt, and limitation, then every opportunity will appear as a threat. Every setback will feel like the blow. That's it. But if that lens is polished with optimism, resilience, and a belief in and growth, then even the darkest paths begin to reveal light. Imagine your mind as a garden. In this garden, your thoughts are the seeds. The mindset you carry, positive or negative, is the soil in which those seeds grow. You cannot expect roses from a soil filled with bitterness and fear, but plant seeds of courage, gratitude, determination, and hope in rich, fertile soil, and the flowers of your future will blossom with beauty and strength. You hold complete power over what seeds you plant. That power lies in your ability to choose your thoughts. You are not at the mercy of your circumstances. You are the gardener. You decide what grows in the field of your life. It begins with awareness. Catch yourself when negative self-talk creeps in. Phrases like, I can't do this, or this always happens to me, or I'm not good. Enough are not facts. They are patterns, habits of the mind. And like all habits, they can be broken. Every time you hear yourself planting a weed, uproot it. Replace it with a seed of possibility. Start saying, I can and I will. Say, this challenges my teacher. Say, even if I fall, I will rise stronger. With repetition, these thoughts become beliefs, and those beliefs become the architecture of your actions. Consider the lives of those who have achieved grandeur What sets them apart is not luck or an absence of hardship. It's the way they think. They have trained their minds to interpret struggle as growth, failure as feedback, and uncertainty as adventure. They have mastered their inner worlds so they can rise in the outer one. You must begin to do the same. Feed your mind with inspiration. Read the stories of those who endured and emerged. Surround yourself with voices and environments that reflect who you want to become, not who you used to be. Seek to yourself with the same encouragement you would offer someone you love, because you are someone worthy of love and worthy of belief. Let your mind become your strongest ally, not your greatest saboteur. When the storms of life arrive, and your mindset will decide whether you are washed away or whether you rise drenched, undefeated. Success, after all, is not only about external achievement, it is first and foremost about internal mastery. This is the silent secret of all those who succeed over the long term. They do not just build businesses, families, or empires. They build inner fortresses. They cultivate stillness in chaos, clarity, and confusion, and belief in the face of fear. Their lives are not perfect, but their perspective allows them to grow through what they go through. So take control of your mind today. Stop waiting for the world to change and begin by changing your thoughts. Instead of reacting, start creating. Instead of wishing, start doing. Instead of doubting, start believing. This shift does not happen overnight, but every day, every choice, every moment of awareness strengthens your ability to direct your life rather than drift through it. And soon you will find that your outer world is beginning to reflect the quiet power you have nurtured within. By mastering your mindset, you do not eliminate hardship, but you transform it. You turn obstacles into stepping stones. You turn setbacks into setups for greater good luck. You stop asking, why me? And start declaring, watch me, because a powerful mind can overcome any limitation, and a focused spirit can achieve what once seemed impossible. The garden of your future is waiting. What will you choose to plant today? Ideas without action are worthless. You can have the most brilliant vision, the most detailed plan, or the most inspiring dream. But if you never move, if you never act, then all of it fades into nothingness. The world does not reward the ones who merely think, imagine, or intend. It rewards the ones who do. The ones who rise each morning, not just with purpose in their hearts, but action in their hands. The greatest tragedy in life is not failure. It is the regret of never having tried. It is the silence of an unwritten book, the absence of a song never sung, the emptiness of a business never built. Dreams are not destroyed by critics nor stolen by time. They're quietly buried under years of procrastination and fear. You need to understand success belongs to the doers, the ones who act despite fear, despite uncertainty, despite the odds. The first step is never perfect. It may be clumsy, it may be small, but it is the only thing that separates potential from progress. Your vision is only as strong as your willingness to take the first step now. You do not need to see the entire staircase to begin climbing. You do not need everything to be in place before you move. Begin with what you have. Do what you can. Start where you are, because the moment you begin, momentum begins, and momentum is a force more powerful than inspiration. What to do fuels action. Movement begets our movement. One small step leads to another, and soon the path begins to reveal itself. Action builds confidence. With every task you complete, no matter how small, you teach your mind that you are capable. You train your spirit to push past resistance. You show your fear that it does not control you. Each step you take becomes a stone laid in the foundation of your success. And the more you act, the more competent you become. Not because everything becomes easy, but because you become stronger. It's not the occasional burst of energy that changes your life. It is the consistent, deliberate effort you bring every single day. Greatness is not found in grand gestures. It is hidden in the quiet, relentless pursuit of a goal, one action at a time. What you do repeatedly defines who you become. So act decisively. Stop waiting for the perfect time. It is not there. Conditions will never be flawless. The clock will never pause long. Enough for you to feel entirely ready. But readiness is not a requirement for movement. Commitment is. Oldness is. Belief is. These are the forces that drive action. Our success story begins not when others believe in you, but when you believe in yourself enough to act, and it grows stronger with every step you take. If you stumble, rise. If you fail, learn. If you doubt, move. Anyway, because nothing changes until you change it. No dream lives until you breathe life into it. Remember this. Truth. Your future depends entirely on what you choose to do today, not tomorrow, not someday, today. The decisions you make, the tasks you complete, the steps you take in this moment shape the world you will live in tomorrow. So take that first step, make that call, write that page, start that project, begin the journey, and once you start, never stop. Keep going. Do not stop. Putting up. Keep acting, because in the end, it is not the ideas you had, but the actions you took that define your legacy. Let's say for a moment that the whole world is like a mirror. No matter what, put your thoughts and your thoughts, feelings, and energy come back to you. Thank you. Good luck. Money, these aren't just things that bring happiness. Happen by chance. It draws them in, brought into being by the force of your own thoughts. This is the rule of a drawing. Today we're going to break it down into steps that you can take. Can change the way you think, act, and make success come into your life. 1, make it clear. Describe what you want. Good luck doesn't come to, it comes to those who wish. I know the world can't give you what you want if you don't know what it is. That is, take a moment to ask yourself, what do you really want? Besides, thoughts like, I want to be rich, or I need to be happy. No, be more specific. I want to get $100,000 this year. I want to feel every morning when you wake up thankful for the work I do. I need to make a Because my job lets me travel the world. After you explain it, write it down. These must be your goals. Because it's clear as a blueprint, intention drives fuel. And intention is the first thing that will attract someone. Suppose successfulness as a goal. Would you ever started a trip without knowing where are you going? Not a map, not where to go. Just looking around and hoping to find something useful by accident. That's how most people try to be successful. They wish for more as they go through life, but never saying what else it was. Means, so they don't get anything. Specifics are good for the mind. The more focused you are, the clearer your vision, what you do becomes. As soon as you say, your brain starts to work on exactly what you want, trying to figure out how to make it happen. You start to notice chances that were always there, but I hadn't seen them before. The people you need, the tools, and the ideas start to fit together. This isn't not magic, but psychology. It has the power of mind that is focused. But make sure it's not enough on its own. When you know what, you have to do something if you want it. Good luck in your head. It's not about daydreaming, making up, making the choice to move on, making up your mind to do it, making up that not failing is not an option. Every great one step is all it takes to reach your goal. That step is making a promise to your dreams, your plans, and your own possible. This is where most people are not work. They want to do well, but they are not willing to do what it takes. They aren't sure. They have doubts, so they did. They should stay where they are. However, thank you. You will explain your vision. I'm going to write it down. You'll do something, and success will be yours for sure. Because people who don't work hard tend to fail. Just wait and hope. It happens to people who make sure they know where they're going and how to get there. 2, change the way you think to achieve success. Here's the truth. You don't get what you want, what you think comes true. If deep down you don't think you deserve to be successful, you won't be able to change the truth. You could push yourself and work hard, do something for yourself, but if the subconscious mind doesn't like the idea of in life, you'll always find ways to put yourself down. That's why so many people are still stuck in their own putting limits on yourself. You need to change the way you think to align with the success you want. How? By replacing beliefs that hold you back with ones that give power. Every time you say, you make me feel like I'll never be successful, reality in which you can't succeed. But if you change that to, success is, I know it will happen. You rewire your mind to look for success, expect it, and to do what it says. When you say, I'm not enough, you build a prison for the mind that makes you small. But when you change it to, I am always getting better, and getting better, you let yourself to change, learn, and get better. The signals in your mind are very strong. Every thought you thought was an order to your mind, telling it what to build. If you think about self-doubt, you bring problems into your life. However, if you are sure of something, and faith, you bring opportunities into your life. Think about the people who have done well in everything. How do you think they got there? Being sure of themselves? Not at all. They had faith in, they had a dream long before everyone else did. They were sure of what they were doing even when there were no signs of success. And because of that thought, there was no not to follow. You need to do the same. Choose to think like a winner. Change hesitation to for sure. Change your fear to faith. Don't wait. Start knowing. Tell them for yourself. Success is going to happen for me. If you do it enough times, it will become in you until everything you do reflects, until every move you make, you believe, fits with the person you're becoming. It's not what you want that you get. You think. So believe that you can do it. Have faith in your power and watch the bus. World show that belief all the way back to thank you. 3, think about succeeding as if it were already done. It's not just daydreaming to visualize. That's a plan. Top athletes, business owners, and leaders use this, a method. What they see as their success in their minds before it really happens. They do more than just hope for it. Think about it over and over again, while their brain gets used to it as not possible. In other words, early in the morning, close your eyes and see you living the life you've always wanted. Feel like it's already happening. If you want to own a business, picture it. Making deals, meeting clients, and you get money going into your account, do it. Reel in your mind. Take a whiff of the office air. Listen for the sound of people talking. Feel the people shaking hands with a new client. The brighter what you picture, the stronger the have an effect on your mind. Why does this work? Since the brain doesn't tell the difference between real and imagined, the experiences. When you vividly picture, you start rewiring your brain after a success itself to fit with that truth. The subconscious mind starts to think of ways to make it happen. You start to notice possibilities, building confidence, and taking steps to make your vision come true. Life. Just think about how athletes get ready. For a big game, they do more than just practice. They practice mentally as well as physically. They see themselves scoring and winning, taking over. When the time comes, mind has already lived for a moment, so the body follows naturally. That's the power of picturing. But here's the important. Imagining things is not enough on its own. You need to do something with it. You can't just think about being successful. We need to move toward it. Use seeing things as fuel, as a mental an outline. When you look at yourself, getting things done, ask yourself, what steps do I need to do today to make this vision come true? Really? After that, do those things. Start out small, if you have to, but start. Each taking action strengthens your vision, making it stronger and more real. Over time, what was once a mental picture is now the everyday world. From now on, use visualization as a tool, not just a dream. Get your mind ready to see success that is so clear that it can't help but happen, but to make things happen, because once your mind, if you believe it, your life will show it. 4, race in the morning, good news, energy, and thanks. The rule of play. Attraction works with the energy you put out. Find out. If you're always complaining, feeling angry and focused on what's missing, you ask, more will come to you. Or the same. What you feel and think make a frequency, and that frequency tells you what you get in life. Being thankful changes your energy. It looks like to the universe that you value what you have, and you get something in return. More. When you think about what's going on, your attention on what's going right instead of what's wrong the point of view changes. You start to see, instead of problems, there are opportunities, plenty, instead of not enough. It's not just a spiritual idea. It has the support of physics. Research has shown that practicing mind changes when you're grateful, making you more positive, less stressed, and even making your health better in general. People who show gratitude every day tend to feel better, be happier, and more good results. Why? Because they have minds that are taught to look for the good and expect the best to bring good things into your life. Start showing gratitude every day. Write down 3 things you're thankful for every day. Thankful for. It doesn't need to be not something big, just something real. A friend's kind word, a lesson learned. From a problem, the simple pleasure of having a meal at your table. Even when things get tough, find something. The more you adore, the more people will come to you. Lots of it. Being thankful is not deny it. It doesn't mean you don't care. Problems. Or act like none of them exist. Wonderful. It means you change your attention from what isn't there to what is. Present. When you do that, the energy changes. You draw people to you. More good things. People who do well know this. They don't think about it too much. When things go wrong, they learn from it. They don't whine about things they don't have. They make the most of what they do have. And because they thought that way, they stay strong, change, and attract good luck. So from now on, be thankful every day. Note it down and keep it. Out loud, tell other people about it and feel it really deeply. Thankfulness is more than just a feeling. It's something you do every day. And when you're feeling grateful, the universe answers back in kind. You get what you think about. So think about having plenty, be thankful, and watch your life change. Changes. 5 fag. This made you want to act. It's not manifestation. Magic. It is a way of share your feelings, thoughts, and actions with your aims. You can't just wish for something and hoping the universe brings it. It's about changing into what kind of person naturally attracts they want. You can't just sit there and wait for good things to happen. You need to do something inspired. You can if you want to. Make a business and start looking into it. Make a call. Do the first thing. Even a small action builds momentum. The puck moving around is good for you. Suppose showing up as a partnership between you and everything else. It's your job to make your goal clear, believe in it, and do something. It is the job of the universe to line up people, situations, and chances that could have gone your way, but if you don't move first, that's what will happen. A lot of people get manifestation wrong. It helps them picture their ideal life. Enough. Of course, visualization without action is only a dream. The people who do well are those who not only dream, though, they take chances. They take a step into the unknown. They keep going, even if they don't see right away. Outcomes. Everything you do sends a alert. It tells everything. I'm ready. And when you fully commit, when your mind, your feelings and actions are in line with your vision, things begin to change please. When doors open, people come in. Resources show up. But let me tell you the truth. A lot of people never stop dreaming. Phase. They wait for the right time, the best plan, and the best conditions. They don't do anything while they wait, but don't wait for success. Success likes those who jump, even if they're scared, even when they don't have it was all clear. What's the first and what you can do today? It might be making that call. It could be writing down your plan for a business. It could be signing up for that class. No matter what, do it. Do not wait. Do not overthink. Just move. You can't just sit back and let things happen. It's about moving forward. It's about showing yourself in the world that you're all set. When you do that, you won't believe how fast things begin to fit together. Dream, believe, and do. That's the real formula for making things happen. Get rid of bad influences. Good luck is not possible if you're around negativity, bad people, and negative, bad habits, bad environments. What you expose shapes your mind every day. And what if that exposure is full of fear, doubt, and success will always feel out of reach? Out of reach. Check out your surroundings. With whom do you spend time? Do they make you feel better? You. Or drain you? Do they want to push you? Moving you forward or pulling you back? The people in Thailand, your life shapes the way you think, your feelings, and then your actions. If you're always with people who say bad things, give reasons, or doubt their own potential, that power will spread. Thanks. Now go further. What do you? Every day, like the news and social media, fun and games, are these giving you growth or making your anxiety worse? Are you putting information in your mind, ideas, motivation, and plans for success, or are too many things pulling your attention away? Feeling bad? You need to keep your power. For success, you need to be clear, focused. That makes you strong. That means putting yourself around other people and details that help you succeed. Not mess it up. Try to find mentors, places and books that make you feel inspired. Follow people who have already done what you want. Take part in conversations that push you and make you better. Put yourself in places where drive, determination, and it's normal to see growth. This isn't about getting away from reality or cutting everyone off. It has to do with setting limits. You can't. Not everything can be controlled, but you can. You have power over what you let into your mind. Life. If a relationship drains you all the time, you don't let too much happen. If content makes you doubt something, get rid of it from the things you normally do. It's the place you're in no longer helps you grow. Get a new one. Think about your power as a bank account. Each and every interaction, piece of writing, or every habit puts money into your account or takes it out from it. Are you putting down more money or suffering from withdrawals all the time? Start today. Make small changes that you mean to make. Instead of having negative conversations, ones that give power. Instead of mindless scrolling, for learning with a purpose. Father, protect yourself from people who dim your light and get closer to the people who start it. Success is more affected by where you are than you think. Keep your energy safe. Keep your mind safe and see how fast you can think. Your life changes. 7B. Not breakable. Self-doubt that you believe in is the worst thing for dreams. This is a silent force that kills ambition, hurts trust, and makes sure that potential is still not being used. If you believe in yourself, why should anyone else? Universe? The whole world is just a mirror, giving you back the energy you put into it. When doubt takes over your mind, it shows up in your life, creating problems where there weren't any, and making the fears that hold you back stronger. Come back, check out all of the successful people in .us station. History. What's the link between them? A strong belief in their vision. They did not have special in their genes. Special rights, divine luck, or extraordinary skills that make them stand out. What set them apart from the rest was their not willing to accept failure as a possibility. They had setbacks and had to deal with criticism, and went through times when quitting, it looked easier. Still, through it all, they didn't give up. What they believe in, they were stronger than their fears. Self-doubt was something they knew about. Nothing more than a made-up illusion meant to keep them from moving. Think of the tales of prophets like Thomas Edison, who tried and failed a lot before they came up with the light bulb. What if he had doubts about their past? The answer is yes. In their dreams, never come to life. Doing well does. Not be one of those people who never fail. It is for people who won't let go. Failure shapes them. What you think makes you your real life. If you keep telling yourself you're not good enough, either not smart enough or not lucky enough, you will act in ways that you aren't aware of that. Boost those limiting beliefs. However, this is also true in reverse. When you change, without a doubt, when you move from, I wish I could, but I can't, opportunities work together to help you, doors open, signs show up, and the impossible happens, becomes possible. Every morning, in front of the mirror, say to yourself, I can do it. I deserve it. I am not stoppable. Say it with for sure. Because when you believe it, it will show up in the world no matter what. Come back. Your mind is your best friend or your worst enemy. You can make your choice. Are you going to let doubt stop you from reaching your goals? Or are you going to believe in yourself in spite of the fear? As soon as you stop having doubts and start believing, you set in motion a force that can't be stopped and moves. You reach your goals. The universe gives people who are brave enough to believe in their own grandeur. Pick that today. 8, let go of. Believe in the process. Here's the strange thing. Make manifest. You must want to be successful. You have to let go of the need for it very much. The moment you grasp, if you squeeze too hard, you suffocate the thing you look for. Neediness sends a message to the world that you don't believe in, that you don't believe in the process. And in answer, the universe reflects that getting energy back makes more resistance. There will be more anger and less progress. A lot of people sabotage their own progress. They worry too much about when and how it will happen. Things will happen. They plant the seed of their dreams, but you keep digging it up to see if it has started to sprout. They ask every delay a question and overanalyze every push yourself and mistake stillness for a failure. Success, on the other hand, it moves to its own beat. A tree doesn't speed up its growth. The river doesn't look at the flow of it. Everything takes place in just the right time. Instead of being obsessed, decide what you want to do and then do it, but then let go. Being detached don't do anything. It means have faith. Have faith that the work you do will get things done even if they don't come up in the exact form or amount of time you expect. People who are very successful don't stick to a rigid path. They change, make changes, and keep your mind open to the infinite. The universe is full of possibilities. There is a dance between action and manifestation. And give up. You need to do your part. Do your best. stay on track, and work hard. Your craft. You must also let go of the hold of worry and impatience. Have trust that what's meant for you will happen. Get to you as long as you keep your purpose in mind at all times. Picture a farmer who grows crops. He doesn't watch over his field, telling the seeds to grow. A man waters them. He makes sure they get sun. He does his part and lets nature do hers. Take a break. Similarly, you need to take care of your consistently working toward their dreams while giving the universe control of the details not seen. What the universe is always going to help you. The weights, the side trips and sudden turns, they are not problems. They are recalibrations. Believe in process. Your job is to believe. Do something and let go. When you get good at this, balance and success will come easily into your life, not because they are desperate, but not lined up right. 9, learn how to be persistent and strong. Things will go wrong and doubts will appear. But winners keep going. That's why they won't let their has problems. They know that the way, it's not a straight line to success. It was full of turns, setbacks, and moments of not knowing. But what makes those different? One thing that sets successful people apart from unsuccessful ones is simple truth. Keep going. It's not success. About never giving up. About never giving up. Failure is going to happen, but it isn't the end. Every mistake is thoughts. Every mistake is a lesson. Every setback makes room for a get back. The people who get things done, people who have never done anything great, fall. They are the ones who rise every time they do it. They won't let short-term losses define their how bad luck. Think of a great leader, an innovator, or a champion. John F. Kennedy failed 1,000,000 times before making the light bulb better. If they had given up, the world would have never seen how smart they were. What turned them into legends was that they wouldn't quit. Your trip is yours. It will be walked by no one else for thank you. Some may doubt you, and some may even try to put you down, but their opinions do not choose your own fate. You have to decide every day that you are willing to keep going no matter what. You must make their minds so strong that even when it looks like everyone is against you, you keep going forward. When things get tough, when you're worn out, you're about to fail, so remind yourself, I didn't come this far just to see you, to only get this far. You have already made it through a lot. You have fought battles no one else knows about, and you're still here. I'm still moving forward while standing. The difference between working and not working is often it only takes one more try. Try to keep going for one more day. Comfort doesn't make a champion. They are made in times of trouble. So accept it. The fight. Have faith in the process. And most importantly, don't ever give up. Because the moment you don't give up, now is the time to step into your power. Do not stop. Yourself in the future is watching. Good luck 10. Give first. Find out the last secret to a drawing. Give first. The world doesn't react to lack of desire, pain, or being selfish. Value makes it act. The most attractive people aren't those who give, not those who take. They share your knowledge, help, and make a contribution, not expecting it to change other people's lives, giving anything back. So they did that, Find out the most important truth about the law of a drawing. You get something equal to what you give. Too many people come up. When you think about success, what can I get? They are all about taking chances, resources, and taking benefit of other people. True wealth, though, comes from taking the opposite view. What could I give? When you change your attention from giving makes the world open up, doors that you could never have imagined. Think about it. Remember the ones that did the best. There are people in the world, they didn't save anything. Their skills. They gave them to each other. Entrepreneurs make things that solve problems. Trouble. People write books that inspire. Leaders encourage those around them. Have them. Having the most money and living happy lives is based on adding something. The more you give, the more you get. This doesn't mean giving without thinking or setting limits. It means making things better everywhere you go. It means giving and sharing knowledge, to be kind and use your skills to make the world a better spot. When you turn into a source of good vibes and kindness, people want to be around you. The chances come to you. Good luck, and let plenty flow easily into your life. Direction. It's not the law of attraction. Not just asking, it's about taking part. Just sitting isn't enough. Think about your success again. You need to step into the world and make it better. You need to give before you expect to get something back. The universe rewards people who help, not those who just demand. If you want more money, do things that help other people. If you want more love, give it away for free. Say what you respect if you want more of it. First, this is the cycle of plenty. It starts with you. So think about, how can I serve? What can I do to help? Who gets it first? When you regularly give, the world will give back 10 times what you give. Last and most powerful, that the key to attraction that works every time. Happiness, success, and a life of... There are endless possibilities. Your ideas make your reality happen. What you believe affects tomorrow. The universe is paying attention. Okay, right now, you have the power to start drawing the life you want into your life. What are you going to do now? Today? Are you still going to wait for? Are you going to start pulling it off toward you? You can make your choice. The strength is already inside you. It always has been. Now go make your life happen. Deserve. If you feel rushed in the morning and your mind is already racing, you're not just tired, you're not at peace. That constant morning anxiety isn't just a mood. It stops you in your tracks. When you think of stress and pressure first, you bring that energy into every choice, task, and life event. It doesn't have to be that way, but it often is. Everything changes when you start your day with calm, clarity, and purpose. All of a sudden, you can think clearly. You're not responding, you're in charge. You move with pay attention, with a goal. That's when the real wins come, not in the mess, but in the quiet before it. Here in a moment, you will learn how to plan a calm, purposeful morning that helps you focus, clears your mind, and sets the tone for a good day. 1. Waking up to your purpose. Every sunrise gives us a strong choice. Rise with a plan or float around aimlessly. This choice, even though it seems small, sets the course for your whole day, and by extension, your whole life. Before the world awakens, there is a sacred space before the distractions take over. It was in this silence that smart people like Andrew Carnegie found their most powerful ideas. Hi, Mr. Carnegie, a hero of the business world, knew something that most people don't. Your mornings decide what will happen to you. He didn't just happen to be rich or success. From the very first hour of each day on, he worked on it moment by moment. To him, the morning wasn't just the beginning of another day. It was also the beginning of a masterpiece that had yet to be painted. He woke up with a plan. Not because it's what you always do. He woke up with a vision, not with a lot of confusion. It was clear to him how when you start, you decide how you will end. The first hour you wake up is the rudder of your life. Take that in. A sacred moment, a blank page is given to you before the sun rises and before meetings are set. At that point, you have to make a choice. Will you let the day define you, or will you make the day define you? Those who rise without a plan, those who don't have a plan, become victims of their circumstances. Their mood changes based on the news, the weather, or the mood of another person. Plans. In the hopes that something good will happen, they are tossed around like a leaf in the wind. Anything in particular. They are slow to get up and do their daily tasks, and then they wonder why. Their lives are getting out of hand. But those who rise on purpose are not like the others. They see the morning as a holy ritual. They think, write, journal, and meditate. They keep in mind their why of the prov and far end. Fire that keeps them going. They don't wake up to get away from sleep. They get up to follow their dream. They are very sure of where they are going because they have been there in their minds before they even set foot on the ground. To be clear, during the early morning there is peace and power. As long as no one else is awake and your thoughts are alone, you can hear the voice inside you that tells you the truth, the one who keeps your dreams alive. At this time, you get in touch with your true self, away from the masks and expectations that other people have of you. Throws at you. Mr. Carnegie's mornings were free of other things that he had to do. They were set on their goals. He didn't wake up and deal with the world. He got up to make his world. That's what makes the normal different from the quite amazing. A great life isn't made up of big events. It's made up of small, regular choices. And one of the most important ones is how you start your day. So think about what do your mornings say about your life? Are they disorganized, rushed, and lost? Or are they calm, focused, and glad to be there? Not wait for ideas to come to you, to find you. Before you get out of bed tomorrow, plan your morning so that you are your own source of inspiration. Close your eyes. Think about your perfect day. Think of yourself speaking and moving with power, being clear and acting with confidence. Let the power of your dreams push you forward. Set that vision as the tone. After that, get up quickly and not slowly or lazily. Because the world doesn't need more people who aren't sure what they want. It needs people like you to be awake, aware, and on. Fire for a reason. You are the leader. You own the morning and the ocean today. Pick a direction before the bee. The world picks it for you. How important it is to set goals. Think about how powerful it would be to start your day by going over clear, certain goals. You take a deep breath before the noise of the world fills your mind and before distractions make it hard to concentrate. Take a moment to think about what's important. Setting goals is a single act of intention that can change the course of your whole life. Take Thomas Edison as an example. It wasn't by chance that he found greatness. It wasn't his success, a lucky break, or a gift from all of creation. Every morning, Mr. Edison planned out what he was going to do that day. He knew, in other words, he achieved his goal. He didn't just have vague goals floating around in his head. They were real and clear and written down. Each one was a planned step toward the future he pictured. When you write down your goals, a strong event takes place. You're not just writing down things to do. You are making a promise to your future on yourself. There is a deal between you and your mind. The goals they're not just hopes. They're promises, and promises come true when kept. What makes a life of an important habit that can make the difference between a mediocre life and a masterful one is to review your goals every day, not once a year, not once a month, every morning. Picture this. You take out a journal or notebook. You write down the 3 or 4 most important things that you need to do today. Think about their completion very clearly. You feel the pride, the progress, and the rush forward. That simple act doesn't just get you ready. It gets your whole subconscious ready to see opportunities, ignore distractions, and call on the lights, the drive to act. This is not fantasy. It's based on science. The brain is, by nature, they look for goals. It starts to work toward a goal when you give it one, especially if you write it down and picture it. Working in the background to sort through information, make choices, and direct behavior. It feels like you turned on an inner compass that points you steadily in the direction of the future you want. This was clear to Mr. Edison. He didn't begin his day with no plan. He started with questions, problems, tests, plans, and every invention, This habitual clarity led to a breakthrough. His accomplishments weren't just a few flashes of brilliance. They were the result of daily, structured, focused work. Do you have anything stopping you from doing the same? Don't come up with anything new. The light bulb, to live from the heart. You only need to decide today to take back your mornings and treat them like holy days. To understand that you have the power to change your future before the outside world tries to take it away from you. Write down your goals every morning, not just your long-term dreams, but not long-term steps. What needs to be done today? What small thing can you do to move forward? After you've written them, don't end there. Think about them being finished. Picture yourself finishing that presentation or making that tough call, making that plan, going for that walk, and reading that chapter. The stronger your emotions, the clearer your mental picture. Drive, because your subconscious mind can't tell the difference between what you're imagining and what is real. What does it do? Feeling, being clear, and saying something over and over. You are more likely to reach your goal if you picture it very clearly. This is why top athletes think about winning, and why top performers practice victory in their minds before they enter the arena. You're the same. Your life is the stage. So think about it. What do you want to achieve today? Are they down on paper? Are they clear, doable, and important? Or are they just ideas? Ideas that need to wait for the right time or mood. Do not wait. Make the moment happen. Setting goals every day is more than just a way to get more done. It's how they live, something that says who you are and what you're becoming. These little moments add up over time. The days turn into weeks. The weeks turn into months. And all of a sudden you've made something amazing, not by chance, but by choice. Don't forget that the future doesn't come fully formed. It is formed in the early morning silence, in the ink on your pen, in the pictures you have in your head. Start every day as Thomas Edison did. If you are clear on your goals and refuse to let your mind wander, you have the power. Make use of it. Make plans. Note them down. Imagine that they are done, and then go make them happen. 3. Using the momentum of the morning. Speed is a very strong force. It's the quiet engine that great accomplishments are powered by an invisible force that keeps people working hard. It starts as soon as you open your eye. The first few hours of your day are more than just minutes. This is the start of everything you will do, feel, and accomplish in the next few hours. Harness. With the drive that comes from getting things done, you can set off a chain reaction of success. Look to the past to show they were right. John D. Rockefeller and other industrial giants didn't just happen to be successful. They worked on it every day, every hour, and their secret weapon was getting work done early in the morning, a long time before the fond day. Even though the world was shaking, they were already moving, turning plans into actions and intentions into actions. Dear Mr. Rockefeller understood a golden rule. Getting off to a strong start creates momentum that can't be stopped. When you start the day strong and clear and you gain speed, that first job, it acts as a catalyst, especially if it's the hardest one. It makes a mood. It tells your mind, I'm in charge. I get better. After that one win, the rest of the day starts to go well. What you say. That sense of accomplishment is like a flashlight that shines on every other task in your way. Think of What's different? Someone wakes up, falls over during breakfast, and doesn't start working until mid-morning. I'm feeling behind. Someone else wakes up with a plan, figures out what their hardest task is, and finishes it before anyone else. Not even begun. Do you think that person is more sure of themselves, more energized, and more in charge? The magic of momentum is like that. It moves you forward once you feel it, with almost no trouble. It's easy to understand. When you finish something hard early on, you get a reward. What your brain does, that sense of accomplishment releases dopamine, a chemical that makes you want to do things. You feel strong as well as good. That power affects everything you do. Meetings are a greater purpose. Things are done with more focus, even small ones. However, speed not only makes you more productive, it also makes you less stressed. When you face your biggest problem straight on and beat it early, you free your mind from the stress of avoiding things. You don't have the weight of unfinished business. Instead, you swap out possible stress for solid victory. Change your mindset from one of defense to one of offense, and that can change everything about how you feel about the day. It's not about being perfect to win your morning battles. It's about moving forward. It's about picking a discipline. Late too long. Get rid of your anxiety. It's about making a movement pattern. That turns into a rhythm and then a way of life. Just one brave act in the morning can have huge effects. Results by the evening. What is your first fight? Is it a tough talk you've had? Been putting off? A hard report that needs your full attention? Getting fit? That makes you use your willpower. Face it first, no matter what it is, not after you've got warmer. Not until it seems like the right time. The truth is that waiting doesn't make things easier. It makes them bigger. They take more of your time and energy the longer they sit. But if you do them early, you get rid of that weight and can move around freely. Say something in the morning. Today, I'm not going to wait for momentum. I'm making it happen. Do not forget this. You get where you're going by how you start. Your drive, your discipline, and your speed. All of them begin with a choice. And starting strong is the most powerful choice you can make. Get the morning. Get the job done. 4. Putting up. Getting stronger through daily habits. Life will test you more than once, but often and over again when you least expect it. But there is an amazing gift hidden in this truth. Every morning has a new chance to make yourself more resilient. There's more to this morning than just the start of a new day. Inside growth, a holy hour to get your mind and spirit ready for what's to come. Few people knew this better than William Howard Taft, in charge of Britain during the worst parts of World War II. Even as bombs fell from the sky, Mr. Churchill stood still. There was a cloud of uncertainty over every horizon. He wasn't naturally strong. It was built through hard work, focus, and a constant refusal to give up. Churchill didn't waste his mornings. He had things planned for them. He didn't start the day like he always did. Instead, he did it to get ready for under fire for leadership. Being resilient is not a trait that only a select few people have. You can think of it as a muscle that gets stronger every time you use it. And it's built up through consistent work like any other strength. Every morning you are, if they could work out that muscle. Do you take it? That's the question. Start by taking on small challenges on purpose. Take a cold shower. It's easier to sit down than to walk. Finish what you begin. These actions may seem small, but they are very important. They are quiet things you say to yourself, that you can handle things, are disciplined, and are ready to do what other people won't. In the little things that make you feel bad, your strong resolve is made. People who are resilient don't wait for bad things to happen before they act. Making plans. They work out every day. When they meet, it's convenient for them and they're ready to go. People don't ask, why me, when something goes wrong. They ask, what now, this. Changing your point of view is the most important part of being mentally tough. It's not about being not affected by conflict. It's about not being broken by it. Bad luck is not getting in the way of your progress. Those are important steps along the way. When you tell yourself first thing in the morning that whether you face problems or chances, your way of dealing with them changes, stop it. Stop fighting the pain and start changing it. This is how character is made, not in ease, but in endurance. Do this every morning before the outside world gets loud. Take some time to be alone. Take deep breaths, thoughts. Ask yourself, what can I do today to get stronger? Then do something about it. Do not wait for ease or the right time. Right now is the best time. Whether it's a tough conversation, whether it's a tough choice or a delayed reward, lean into it. Know this. Being resilient is not born to make big moves. You have to be quiet to do it. It is the choice to get up when you'd rather sleep, to keep going when it would be easier to give up, to stay. Churchill once said, bear your ground when life's winds try to blow you off course. Getting ahead isn't the end. If you fail, you won't die. The important thing is having the courage to keep going, and that courage starts every morning. How you meet the day before it meets you is the first step. Your armor is the strength you work on first thing in the morning. It backs you up when things get rough. When the world tries to make you forget who you are, it helps you remember it doesn't work. It promises ease, but it makes sure you're ready. You won't shrink when the hard times come, which they will. You'll get up already. You are ready because you have made being resilient a daily habit instead of just a reaction. Every morning you have a choice. Get stronger or let the day shape you. Pick the first one. Let every sunrise help you make things. Take on every challenge in your way. Training. And let every painful moment be a training ground for greatness. To be resilient is not to find. It's made. Every morning, 5, what you believe shapes what you see. Your truth is a picture of what you really believe. The world you live in, the things you accomplish, and the limits you think you have, all of them start in the quiet parts of your mind. The outside world doesn't decide how successful you are. Every morning you let certain thoughts take root. Henry Ford understood how to change business and transportation. This better than most. He said, you're right whether you think you can or you think you can't. In that easy way, the key to personal success is in the truth. It's not that Mr. Ford had more money and time to build an empire than people. He did it because he thought he could. He drove with faith and used discipline as a steering wheel. You wake up each morning with a clean slate and a fresh chance to make your life what you want it to be. It doesn't start with action, but before you make plans or start working on something, you need to make sure your mind is on the right thing, with the chance of being successful. You have to have faith that what you want is possible and that you can do it. Start your day by stating that you really do believe in yourself, not just wishfully, but with strong conviction. Face the mirror. If you have to say the words out loud, say, I am able, my mind is on it, I deserve it. Good luck. I will get through tough times. I give value. This isn't being cocky. It is alignment. You are lining up your inner world with what you want to happen. This is because if your mind is full of doubt, fear, and limits, it will always get in the way of your progress. However, if it's full of faith, if you have a sense of purpose and clarity, it will be your best friend. Morning affirmations do more than just get you going. Of words, they tell the subconscious mind what to do. When said over and over with feeling and consistency, they change the proper mind. They change who you are, from someone who hopes to someone who knows. Faith does. It does not promise ease, but it does promise endurance. It is the base on which everything else is built. When faith is strong, people use failure as a way to get better. Setbacks are signs, not stops. Signs. You no longer ask yourself, can I? And starts to ask, how will I? There have been many great people in history. They were criticized, questioned, and fought against. But they had faith in their mission which was deeply rooted in their morning routines, got them through the storms that would have broken down weaker people. Their first thing they did when they got up was believe. When the day starts with self-confidence, you stop looking to other people for permission. You no longer need to wait for everything to be perfect. Stop it. Needing to be confirmed. You make your own momentum instead. You clear your mind. Get rid of the fog of doubt and start your day with purpose and accuracy. And now for the truth. The mind doesn't separate your imagination from the real world, what you can vividly picture, and it accepts as true what you emotionally say. So if you give it belief, it will act in a way that supports that belief. It will look for chances. It will help you keep going. It will shut down your inner fight back. Do not let doubt take over every morning, though. That will only grow weeds where flowers should grow. The morning is when you work on your mind. You choose what kind of person you will be there and what kind of life you'll live. Build, don't take a chance. Take it. Bring life to it. Talk. Put power into it. Let your belief guide you, because in the end, it's your reality. It's not written by fate. It is written by belief, and choosing to believe is the first step, one that you have to make every morning. So make a good choice. Pick strength. Choose to be clear. Pick to believe. Watch as your world starts to shift in the right way. 6, bringing out passion and purpose. Love is what drives us. For incredibly impressive work, it's the fire that's burning below the surface that makes people do brave things. Dreams that are brave. Without a strong desire, even the best laid plans can seem empty. But with it, every moment turns into meaning. Every setback is easier to handle, and every morning is a call to do great things. It wasn't Walt Disney. Use strategy alone to build a kingdom of your own making. He built it with unwavering passion, a clear vision, and an unending drive. Passion. There was a man with a dream long before there were theme parks, full-length animated movies, or famous characters. A dream that was so clear that nothing could dim its light. The mornings for Mr. Disney were not filled with doubt. They were intentionally lit up. He told himself every day the happiness, wonder, and hope he wished to see in the world. You also carry that spark. It could be buried under a lot of routine or dulled by the weight of responsibility. It's there, though. And you can start it up again every morning. Ask yourself, why did I start this journey? What seeing once stirred my soul and pushed me to act quickly? What kind of mark do I want to leave? This is not a question for the mind not working. These are the questions that make you think about your very core. They help you get back in touch with what's important. Because if you feed your passion, it can turn ordinary days into meaningful adventures. Every morning, take some time to get in touch with your purpose before you go out into the world. Review, dream, say it out loud, and picture it in your mind. Remember the lives you've lived, what you want to change, who you want to reach, and the story you're writing with each choice you make. It's not about passion, never-ending excitement. It's about going in the same direction. It's not loud or flashy. It's usually calm, steady, and very private. But if you feed it, it can't be stopped. When it turns into energy that drives action, even when loss of motivation, when the going gets tough, it's what keeps you going. Think of anger as a fire. Left, if you don't watch it, it flickers and dies. But if you take care of it every morning, adding light and warmth to everything you do. Today is a very important morning for you. It's not just the things you want to do or the targets you set. It's the reason for everything. The feeling of fire that keeps the engine going. There will be problems. It will be hard, there will be long days, and you will get tired. However, when you act out of love, those times lose their power to break you, because you don't just work for instead of a paycheck or a title, you're building something important. You're looking for something more important than comfort. Toy Story. Someone once said, if we have the courage to go after our dreams, they will come true. Where does that bravery come from? The kind of passion you have to come back to every morning. the kind that makes you remember why your journey is important. So before the noise of the world creeps in, do something nice for yourself. Take 5 or 10 minutes to think about your mission and feel the emotion. Get behind your goals and feel that in your chest. Clear your mind and plan your first steps. When you follow your passion every day, you awaken an inner drive that can't be faked or made. It's real. The sound is rough and powerful. It speaks to you when you're not sure what to do, and yells at times of victory. You become strong, focused, and deeply satisfied. Every great accomplishment in history was made possible by as much as I do, and yours is no different. That's why you should start your day with more than just plans. Let passion be the heartbeat of good morning. Keep that fire going and let it lead you to the ultimate goal of your life, because a life driven by love is a life that can't be stopped. 7, learning and growing all the time. Commit to learning something new every morning before the other people wake up and make noise. You have the key to your own growth. You can't put more money into something than you put into your mind. And the discipline of learning something new every day on purpose and with interest is a powerful way to grow. Richard? Lincoln was born into a poor family and didn't have much access to formal education, but he went on to become one of the most leaders in history who were intellectually flexible. He read and thought in the mornings and taking in ideas that would later shape the country. He wasn't smart because he was rich. It came from keep going. Mr. Abraham Lincoln knew that every morning was a chance to learn something new, improve the way he thinks, and get his soul ready for the responsibility of being a leader. You don't need a lot of money or power to follow his lead. The only thing you need is to be ready to read, ask questions, and be interested. People who learn for life are not by degrees or titles, but by the way they think. They watch every sunrise and ask, what can I learn today? To learn something, you have to do something, like read a chapter or practice a new skill. The morning sends a strong message to your mind. I'm still getting better. I'm still changing. I'm not done yet. In a world that is always changing, that way of thinking is your best asset. Getting up early to learn does more than being aware. It makes your mind stronger. It helps you concentrate better. It gets you going for the rest of the day. And what's more, it keeps your ego in check. The learner has a humble attitude. It knows that you can always learn more, no matter how much you think you know. Picture your mind as a blade. Not with regular honing, it gets dull. But with regular sharpening, it turns into accurate, flexible, and strong. Every morning, you keep your blade by learning something new for just a few minutes. Sharp. You get better at your job, have more thoughtful conversations, and can handle more stress in the problems you face. Being flexible is no longer a choice, it's a must. And being able to adapt starts with learning. You can change your mind more when you know more. As you get bigger, you can lead more. People who stop learning become set in their ways and don't like change. It's easier to be sure of things when you learn something new every day. They believe in their ability to change, figure things out, and get up, do it every day. Set aside 10, 15, or 20 minutes. Pick where you get your wisdom. A biography, a philosophy, a new language, or a useful skill could be it. Don't do more than just skim. Notes, think, and use. Learning shouldn't be a chore, it should be a living thing. Growth is never a mistake. It doesn't happen quickly. Taking place. It takes place in the stillness of purpose. When you get up in the morning and are ready to learn, you have the power to shape who you become. You are making plans for the future, one idea at a time. Then ask yourself, what did I learn today? How did I think outside the box? What kind of thought can I keep with me all day? Abraham Lincoln didn't turn into great for the night. He became great after years of hard, quiet study, interestedness, and deep thought. His mornings were not times to waste time. Those times were times of change. Make yours the same. Start every day, not only by getting your body awake, but also your mind. Stick with the habit. If you adopt this way of thinking, each morning will bring you more strength, wisdom, and joy. A legacy. Because someone who learns every morning is someone who leads every day. Eighth, adaptability in tough situations. Your success depends on how flexible you are when things go wrong. Life won't often going as planned. The strange doesn't ask for permission. It comes, unannounced and asking for your answer. And in those times, it's not just strength that moves you forward. It's being flexible, being able to bend without breaking and move without losing. Having a purpose is a sign of long-lasting greatness. Take a look at the lives of entrepreneurs who have done well. Their success didn't come from having everything go perfectly. It came from being able to adapt. When things got different, they didn't fight against change. They got good at it. They knew that being unpredictable is not a bad thing, but a good thing. A call to expand, turn, and rise. Markets went up and down. Trends dimmed. It was a crisis, but they kept going. Why? Because they learned how to respond instead of react. 2, find solutions where other people saw problems. This should be part of your morning routine. Training. Every new day is more than just a start. This is a practice run for uncertainty in life. To make your mind more flexible, use the quiet of the morning. Question yourself, what could be hard for me today? How can I stay calm? A clear picture? Picture yourself changing. Prepare not only to do well, but for strength. Being adaptable starts with how you think. If you look at change as a disturbance, you'll fight it. But if you see it as a sign, you'll follow it. The most successful people don't just deal with change, they use it. Instead of being sad about losing old plans, they make new ones that are better and more in line with what they want to do, with the truth. Train your mind to see the chance in bad situations. Take a moment when something unexpected happens. Do not worry. Instead, ask where. Where is the growth? What benefit is hidden behind this mess? This point of view isn't normal. It's worked on it. And the best time to practice is every morning before the day gets busy. Think about going into your day ready for both what you think will happen and what you don't think will happen. That's strength. That's being free. When your thoughts are, you stop being afraid of change when you can adapt to it. You start to use it. You get more flexible. It's better to go with the flow than against it. Make being flexible a part of what you do every morning. Think about times in the past when you learned something new by being uncertain. Write down one way. You're going to be flexible today. Remind yourself that you don't need to be in charge. There's clarity, both of your mind and your purpose. That way, you can get used to anything. Life will always put you to the test. Plans will fall apart. People will let you down. Things are going to change. But if you get together every morning with an open mind and if you can adapt, you won't just survive, you'll change. Allow every problem to turn into a step. Every setback should be used to make something better happen. When you change and you grow, you become a leader when you grow. And when you lead through trouble, no one can stop you. Accept change as a lesson, not as a threat. Get ready to change every day, to bend and rise, because being able to adapt not only helps you stay alive, it also helps you do well. And, in the end, thriving is what really defines success. Having a thankful attitude. Gratitude changes how we see things, not what happens in your life, but how you understand it, shapes how you see it. Happens. That understanding is strengthened by a thankful heart more than anything else. Start your day with If you show gratitude, you set the stage for a day marked not by lack, but by abundance. Lots of it. Eleanor Roosevelt, who was smart and strong on the inside, practiced gratitude every day. In the face, despite her own problems and problems around the world, she chose to see the good in things. Right, and something to be happy about. That habit didn't just make her feel better, it made her stronger. It let them She should lead with kindness, speak with purpose, and have an impact on the world with grace. Her secret wasn't just being tough. It was Thanksgiving. You have the same chance every morning. Take a few minutes to clear your mind before the day's noise gets to you. Some time to think. What do you have today that you hoped for in the past? 4. What little joys are around me? How have I grown by going through hard times? If you ask these questions, you'll see your life not as a list of problems, but as a list of good things. Being thankful makes you feel good. It's not just a feeling, it's a point of view, a way of seeing things. What your situation is. Everything changes with that lens. When you think about the good things in your life, you train your mind to always look for the good in things. You begin to value things more. You become more alive, more present, and more hopeful. This way of thinking doesn't just make you feel better. Your mood, it's good for your mental health. Studies have shown that people who show gratitude every day have less stress, better sleep, and more happiness all around. Why? Because being thankful changes, turn your attention from what's missing to what's important. It calms down the inner critic and brings out the peace inside. Being thankful makes relationships grow. You connect with the people in your life when you value them deeper. You pay more attention. It's easier for you to forgive. Being thankful makes relationships stronger because it helps you remember how important other people are in your life. It says, I see you. Thanks for everything. You are important. When problems are seen through the lens of appreciation, they lose their power to hurt. A setback can teach you something. A mess-up turns into feedback. A weight turns into a secret gift. Being thankful changes the story. Do not ask, why me, you? Start asking yourself, what is this teaching me? And that change makes rooms with doors where there used to be walls. Do it every day. Start each. Every day, write down 3 things you're thankful for. They don't need to be big. Most of the time, the little things carry the beautiful. A nice word, a warm cup of tea, and some fresh air. Let these thank yous set the tone for the rest of the day. Being grateful is contagious. It brings good things into your life because puts your attention on what's working, and it's natural to make more of what works when you pay attention to it. So stop, think, and say thank you before your feet hit the floor. The world might not. Your world will change, though, because when you start with thanks, you start with powerful. It's easy to be successful from there. The whole world remembers those who are brave. Nikola Tesla and other innovators didn't just dream. Every morning they followed through on their dreams, leaving behind changes that made the world a better place. What you do today will shape your legacy and plan for tomorrow. Ask yourself every day, how will what I do today affects my legacy? Take steps every day that will lead to something meaningful. Accomplishing things. Greatness isn't just thought about. It is dealt with in a firm way. Allow every morning to inspire you, asking you to take action, sure that you can reach your goals and dreams. Now is your time. Take advantage of the morning and change your life. If you win in the morning, you'll win the whole day.